Welcome to this episode. In this video, we're going to get into how you can make $5,000 a month while doing what you love. And this is exclusively online income. And if I can do it, you can too. So let's clear the board and let's dive into it. Now, the way I've been able to do it was from books. The issue is when you're making $5,000 a month from books, you have to work really hard. It's the work your face off expression. You got to sell hundreds of copies a month. There are better ways to do it, and I discuss this in my masterclass. So regarding a book, I still think everyone should write a book. You know, it's something like less than 2% of the population ends up doing before they die, and it's actually really, really simple. Let me get into how you can write a best-selling book. It actually starts with a small book. I highly recommend writing a book that's only 100 pages because these days nobody wants to read a 500 or 1,000 page book. That's just not what people want to do these days. People like short, instant gratification, or if you can pack all the information into one single book that's like a small 100-page book, people are going to love that. Secondly, do not teach. What do I mean by that? Well, I don't mean you can't give any information in your book. I mean teach through stories. If you're just telling them a bunch of facts, which is something I did do in my book, people can get bored. Now, I wanted to make mine exclusively facts because it's a science page book. So I wanted to tell, there are stories in there, but it's really about how can I make this as practical as possible. However, when writing your book, I highly recommend telling exclusively stories if you can and teach through those stories. Some of the greatest success books of all time. You look at No BS, Sales Success, is it's made up of mainly stories that teach lessons, and those stories sell Dan Kennedy's program. But it's a great book. I highly recommend reading it if you want to learn sales, but learn from him and learn from most success books out there. They pretty much all have stories. Look at Chicken Soup for the Soul. So if you want to write your book really easily, create a story, and you can teach lessons through that story, like you learn something. That makes it more engaging. But people love stories. That's why the movie industry is so huge, or it was before COVID. I mean, it still is. Look at Disney Plus. Look how successful it is. It's like it's one of the top rated apps. Why? Because people love stories and entertainment, and you can make your book engaging that way too. So that's my tip for you. Now, if you want to learn more, if you want to learn how to market your book, I highly recommend checking out this brand new free masterclass that I put together. Like I said, it's free. There's no obligation to buy anything. Check it out at hybridbookmastery.com. And you're going to learn how I market my book, how I make $5,000 a month from hybrid book sales, and how you can get started as well. So check it out. It's free. And the link is in my bio. So yeah, I'll see you there.